everyone. In today's video, we are going to do the 5 pros and the 5 cons when it comes to the city of Biloxi in Mississippi. So the city of Biloxi is on the Gulf Coast. It is known for its heritage, casinos, beaches, and much more. So we're going to dive into our personal 5 pros of the city and 5 cons. We have been a couple times now as tourists. We do not live there, but we're going to give you our opinions. So let's dive into it. Alrighty, so we are going to start with the 5 pros, not necessarily in any order, but to start, we are going to start with hospitality. So I'll be honest with you, we live here in Orlando, Florida. We've been everywhere, but the hospitality in Biloxi is just true good old Southern hospitality. I mean, everyone is so kind, so sweet. Every person you meet, every worker, it's just crazy. We've had Uber drivers that would pick us up and gave us a tour of the city for free without asking. I mean, just truly the hospitality is unmatched. And I saw a sign one time on my way in that honestly described Biloxi so well. It was something like Southern hospitality with a Vegas mentality. And that could not describe, in my opinion, Biloxi any better. It's like a mini Vegas, but it is so nice because everyone is so kind, so sweet. And it's just a really nice change. So number 1 for me is probably going to be the hospitality. Next up for number 2, and probably my husband's favorite, if I had to guess, is going to be the casinos here in Biloxi. There are an ample amount of casinos in the city, and they're all pretty close together for the most part. There are some a little bit further down, but overall, there is a lot of casinos here in the city. And I'll be honest, they're all really clean, really well kept, great security, just overall a great feel. Good games, newer games, older games. There's just a little bit of everything. You know, you can keep it fresh and new and go to the Bow, which has all beautiful, fresh brand new games, and then you can go down to somewhere like Boomtown and play $1 blackjack, like crazy. Really, really cool. So there's a casino for everybody here, and if you do like casinos, this is a really, really fun city to visit, to casino hop, because each one's a little different, but they're all really nice. So number 2 is going to be casinos. Number 3 is gonna kind of piggyback on the casinos, something that we have not seen in years. Number 3 is gonna be free drinks while you gamble. And I'm talking truly free drinks, and almost to the point where they don't really even care if you're gambling or not to get a free drink in the casino. We have done tons of cruises, we've done tons of casinos, we've been to Vegas, Hard Rock, everywhere you can name it. And this is truly the only place that really does good for free drinks. Your closest second's probably going to be Atlantic City through the machines, but they take a really long time. You have to hit a minimum, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, you truly get free drinks in the casino pretty much in every single casino in Biloxi. It's really just, I just think it brings back old Vegas vibes. I think it's really cool. I just love that they haven't cheaped out like all the other casinos and have gotten rid of the free drinks while gambling. So number 3 is going to be the free drinks while gambling. They still got it, like a mini Vegas back in the day. Alrighty, and now on to number 4. One of my personal favorites is going to be the good Southern food and buffets in Biloxi. So if you like a good red beans and rice, fried chicken, any of that, especially the seafood, the gumbos, all those things, they are actually incredible in Biloxi. I always go home craving all the Biloxi food. I can never get it here in Florida, and we don't live that far away. But overall, the Southern food, 10 out of 10. The buffets, oh my gosh, the buffets are my absolute favorite. I've been to a million buffets as well because casinos and buffets go hand in hand. And let me tell you, it is some of the best buffets for the price is incredible. Like Palace Buffet, unmatched. So overall, the food, especially the Southern food and buffets in particular, are amazing here in Biloxi. And lastly, on the pros, we are going to follow it up with number 5 being the beautiful location and the weather here in Biloxi. We have been a couple times and our weather has always been fantastic. On top of that, the Gulf is just an unmatched territory. It's very, very beautiful here on the coast. The water is very stunning, honestly. I mean, we open up our curtains at the Beau Rivage and look out, and it's just beautiful the way the sun shines. The weather's nice. We walk everywhere here. So just overall, if you've never really visited the Gulf Coast, it really is a beautiful place and a beautiful city. Also very clean on top of it, just like the casinos. So just a really beautiful place and usually really good weather. And that is going to finish up our pros, but stay tuned at the very end. I have a bonus pro that we just heard about from a local. I have not done it yet, so can't put it in the pros yet, but stay tuned and I will let you know what that bonus one is at the end. But now on to what everybody wants to know. What are our 5 negatives of Biloxi if we love the city so much? And this one was a little tricky, but some of them really did stand out. So let's get into it. So number 1 for the negatives, and this is huge for me, This is going to be the lack of shows and concerts here in Biloxi. Now, yes, I get it. The Hard Rock Live and the Bow will hold a concert here and there, but overall, there just is not much else to do. There's no comedian that stays. There's no one show that runs every weekend. It's pretty sparse when it comes to the entertainment options here in Biloxi, especially when it comes to shows and concerts. You know, Atlantic City, we go to a lot, and they have some, not much, but they do have some. A comedy club that always runs. The Hook show is pretty much running 5 days a week. And then, of course, there's Vegas that has shows like crazy. So when it comes to comparing that, there is not much nightlife to do other than gamble. So probably my biggest con is going to be the lack of shows and concerts. Alrighty, next up with number 2 is going to be the amount of walking and lack of public transportation. So overall, I mean, you can walk the strip, I guess you could call it, but it is a pretty good distance. It's nothing like Vegas by any means, where you could pop in and out to a bunch of places very easily. It definitely has a good bit of distance between some of the casinos here in Biloxi. And then on top of it, there really isn't much public transit. I believe there's the CTT, which is like the casino hopper, but it doesn't run all that frequently because we've waited for it. It just never came. Now, I will tell you, Ubers are pretty cheap and very easy to get, but overall for public transit, or if you're a big person on walking everywhere, it's not necessarily a walkable city. We try to make it walkable, but that is definitely a stretch, let me tell you that. And now on to number 3 for the cons are going to be the beaches. Now, you may see advertising for the beaches here in Biloxi, but they're definitely not really the beach that you would want to go lay out and go in the water in. They're pretty murky. The sand's kind of gross. Just overall, don't go for the beaches, if that makes sense. I would take the trip down to Florida before you do that. Sometimes they advertise Biloxi's beaches. They're there. They're not that grand. Wouldn't recommend it. So I wouldn't go if you're looking for a great beach trip. I don't think Biloxi's the place for you. Alrighty, and now on to number 4 is going to kind of piggyback off of number 1, but not necessarily. It's going to be the opening hours of establishments in Biloxi. So a lot of places are just open for weekends, which I get. It's, a casino town. But still, you have a lot of foot traffic in these casinos. For instance, like noodle bars and some of the restaurants are not open during the week, or not open for lunch, or just really odd times, closing really early. Just really, really odd timing of bars. They open at weird times. Restaurants open at weird times. And again, not all that often and or very scattered. So kind of piggybacking off of number 1 with those shows and concerts. But yeah, number 4, it's just, I don't know, their opening hours are super weird and very limited to a lot of the establishments in Biloxi. And now on to our last and final con of Biloxi. Number 5 is going to be the limited flights directly into the city of Biloxi. So Biloxi is actually definitely more of a small airport. Not many cities really fly into it, as well as they don't really fly out to a lot of cities as well. So it's definitely going to be a smaller airport, which obviously makes it harder for people to come and visit the city if they are not within a driving range, or if they don't want to go to the further airport, get a rental car, blah, blah, blah. They only see about 400 flights a month, and that's arriving and departing, which is not that many, as a matter of fact, for an airport. So only like 100 arriving and departing a week, which is pretty crazy. So if you do want to fly here, it may be trickier for you to get here because you might not have a lot of options for flights. I know ours are like only certain days of the week, and only like 2 airlines, maybe 1 now that Spirit's gone, flies there. So definitely a little tricky on the cons on that one. And that is going to wrap up our 5 pros and our 5 cons of the city of Biloxi. We do love Biloxi so much. While it does have some pretty strong negatives, like the lack of shows, etc., it does have those good positives like the food, casinos, and hey, those free drinks do help. And I will give you a quick insider tip for that extra pro I promised you guys. Word on the street that we heard from some locals, and I did Google it, and it is true. They just opened up an Amtrak that actually takes you straight into the city of NOLA, and you can go for the day. I think it leaves at like 7 or 8 a.m. It gets you back at like 9 p.m. or so. Don't fact check me on that one, but right around there. So you could do a day trip to NOLA, which I think is incredible. The station is a few minutes from the Beau Rivage. I just thought that's a really cool pro that they added for the city. Extend your trip and go to NOLA for the day, or hey, go to NOLA for a few days and catch the train back another day. Thought that was really, really cool. I'm pretty sure the Amtrak is very inexpensive as well. So a little bonus pro on that one. Haven't done it yet, but I'm sure we will do it here soon. So make sure you like, subscribe, subscribe. Check out our channel for all of our other content, cruising, casinos, travel, you name it, we've got it. And comment down below. What's your favorite part of Biloxi? What's your least favorite part of Biloxi? Or have you ever been? So make sure you like, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.